Hi, I'm Marie. I'm one of the co-education and philanthropy execs. Quarantine life has not been that interesting. I'm in summer school currently, so just been studying, taking walks and working out too, but that's not very interesting to watch either. But I really love to cook and bake and just make food in general. That's one of my favorite hobbies. So that's what we're gonna do today. This is the first time I'm doing this. My editing and filming sucks. I am so sorry. You do not need to be subjected to this if you don't want to watch it. But yeah, hope you enjoy.
Hey, so I'm currently on a walk. We're just gonna buy a couple ingredients. The original plan was to make mochi, but Sophie and I talked a bit and I figured it would probably be better to make something more Filipino inspired. I usually avoid Filipino food because I'm not really good at it, or well, I guess just my family's better or it's easier to buy. But to make it a little more Filipino inspired, we're gonna make ube mochi. Hopefully they have ube jam. If not, oh well, sorry. But yeah, we'll see you later. Okay, so we just came back from the store. There was no ube jam, yay. But I ended up going to another Filipino store beside it, and instead of ube jam, we bought some ube halaya, which should work just as well, hopefully. We'll see. So now I'm just on my way home. We're gonna make some ube ice cream and then make the mochi base after the ice cream has set. So to make the ice cream base, we're gonna start with some condensed milk and some of the ube halaya. I ended up actually adding a lot, not a lot more, but just more than it suggested. So whoops, it's okay if you add too much. And then just mix that until it's well combined. And then we're gonna add a splash of ube extract and then whisk that again, and then a splash of vanilla extract and whisk that together. And then we're going to take whipping cream and pour it into a chilled mixing bowl. And then we're going to whisk that until it reaches stiff peaks. And then we're going to, I guess, mix some of that first in the batter to kind of tempt it. I don't really know what it is called, but that's just what I'm going to call it. And then we're going to fold in the rest of the whipping cream. And folding is different for mixing, so please use a spatula. Please fold it, otherwise you're gonna kind of like break the air bubbles and it just wouldn't be like soft and fluffy like ice cream should be. Then we're gonna take a freezer safe container and just plop that all in. And we're gonna add something that the recipe does not call for, and hopefully this does not ruin the texture, but that is going to be some mako puno. We're gonna scoop some of that in, mix it in, and we'll see what happens. And then just pop that right into the freezer and wait for it to chill. So to make the mochi base, also I'm going to add both recipes in the description box just because I don't know the measurements off the top of my head. But yeah, we're going to take some glutinous rice flour, and then take some granulated sugar, or I guess white sugar. I ended up putting a bit too much, so I'm going to just take some of that out. And then we're going to pour in some water and we're going to mix that until that's all well combined. And then we're going to pop it in the microwave where it can steam. And then we'll go from there. So to prepare, we're just going to take some potato starch and cover our surface and then pour on the mochi from the microwave. And then we're just going to kind of knead it and we're going to roll the dough. There's going to be a lot of really ugly angles. I'm so sorry. I did not realize there was a rolling pin in the way. But yeah, we're just going to knead it and then roll it out. And then we're going to cut her up in circles and then go from there. Also, I forgot to mention, the mochi out of the microwave will be hot because it was just steamed, so please be careful and keep that in mind. Now we're going to take the ice cream that has been setting overnight and then roll them into balls. Take the mochi dough, brush away all the excess potato starch, roll it into a ball, put it on a silicone cup, and then pop it in the freezer for a bit so it can set. This is the most time consuming part. So if you want, you could listen to your favorite podcast. Highly suggest Michelle Obama's podcast that just came out, or listen to some of your favorite beats. And I would highly suggest each, whose music you can find on SoundCloud. And then after we're all done, we're just gonna let them set in the freezer, and then we're gonna plate them and give them a little try.
So I'm now here with my mochi. We're just gonna give it a try. I actually tried it before. I like when I made it instead of freezing it. I tried it. It's actually really good then. But we're gonna try the ones that have just been frozen. I think you could also leave them in the fridge a bit right before you, I guess, serve them, so the texture is a bit better because sometimes the dough will harden. But let's give it a go. So super good. Dough is still chewy. Ice cream is soft. And you can bite into it, which most of the time I guess you can't. You can taste the ube and the makono, which I really love. So yeah, that's all for today. I'm just gonna get some work done. I guess edit this video, and we'll see you when we see you. Bye.